like it rough like that? And I put my hands on her. I never choked her or nothing like that. I never did, I just put my hands in. And you know what? She was letting me. And she obviously liked it.
Just hours earlier, this man's actions had left his girlfriend in fear. But in his mind, he believed he had done nothing wrong.
And I wasn't there, and I don't want to keep harping on it while you're obviously still distraught.
But the more detectives questioned him, the more he unknowingly revealed more than he intended.
You just will not stop.
Well, I'm just being honest with you, detective. Like,
You should stop.
On the 25th of August, 2025, a 911 call cut off without warning. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a victim of a severe domestic assault. The suspect, Gabriel, was detained on the spot and transported to the station for questioning. Detectives spoke with the victim first. She appeared visibly shaken and was unable to reconstruct the full sequence of events.
Yeah, okay. I was talking to one of our senior crimes against people detectives, and you just went through something very traumatic, right? And I kept feeling like I'm asking you questions and we're still not getting a real clear picture. And I think that's because of what you just went through. Okay. That being said, would you be willing to come back in on Wednesday after you've had some time to settle, and then let's talk then?
Actually, I have work, but I'm sure.
I will make accommodations. I'd like to give you a chance, because even when officers go through like a traumatic incident, like a shooting, super traumatizing, right? They're given a little bit of time, because there's a lot of things I'm asking you that you're telling me you can't remember, right? And that's normal, okay? And I was asking you some specific questions, and you're telling me you can't remember or we're unsure, right? So I'd like to give you a chance to let you sleep, and then have you come in and give an interview, so we can really figure out your side of events.
Yeah, that's true. Much for that.
Like I said, it's completely okay if you need a moment to take a breath and think about everything.
Not going over it.
Detectives chose to postpone her formal statement by several days, enough time for her account to stabilize into something that would hold up in court.
Would you be willing to do that? Because essentially, and I was just looking at it, so criminal participation and felony, right? Because you're an adult. But that's why I'm trying to figure out the specifics. Were you penetrated, or did he just try to?
Yeah. So
it goes from a third-degree felony to a straight misdemeanor if it's contact and penetration based on your age. Okay? And so I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, neither do I.
And I wasn't there, and I don't want to keep harping on it while you're obviously still distraught. So that's why I'm asking if I can get you to come back Wednesday. What time do you work at? 12:30? So when?
6:30.
Would you want to come in before then?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because tomorrow I'll be out of pocket most of the day. I'm not gonna lie to you, I will. Can I call you? What time do you work tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm supposed to. 9 to 6.
Okay. If I give you, okay. Can I call you at some point tomorrow? And then we can kind of coordinate to see if you'll come in on Wednesday morning, and then we can sit down and talk. And hopefully you have more of a recollection of what happened. Okay. Yeah, and that's why I'm concerned. I got a lot from you, but there's still stuff that you're not recalling, and that's totally.
Gabriel was read his Miranda rights. He waived them and immediately began shaping his own version of events.
Read them to you. Have you ever had your Miranda warning written to you? This is just formalities. I want to make sure you understand and that we're clear so that anything like your rights explained.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I understand this whole right thing. Yes, I understand that. But I mean, I want to get to the bottom of this with you as well. And like I was explaining to him, I want a criminal trespass on her at my place. I don't want her there anymore.
Okay, so having your rights in mind, do you want to talk to me?
Well, I do want to talk to you. Yes,
Okay.
yes, detective. I would like to explain myself, and I want to go prior to today, actually.
Okay. Well, my main concern is today.
Okay. Well, let's just say this started prior to today. Then I know your main concern is today, just like how he stated earlier. Well, we're just concerned about today. Well, I mean, now I'm talking to you, so now I mean, I don't know. Now.
Do you want to fill out the back of that card for me, or do you not?
Well, now I feel like it's just you. You just basically want to talk to me just about just today, then.
The officers have probable cause to charge you with what's called battery against the household member.
But she doesn't live there,
Doesn't matter.
and she's not. She's my girlfriend. I didn't do anything to her.
That's where the category of battery against the household member falls. You guys are in an intimate relationship.
Well, not anymore. I don't even want her there. I want a criminal
Okay.
trespass on her there
Just
now.
you want me to answer your question?
I understand that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off or anything. I'm just trying to be
I'm
rude.
not trying to be rude.
No. I understand that. I know you're not trying to be rude, detective. I know you're just doing your job, and I know we just need to let's just talk about just today.
How
then.
about this? Just take a breath.
I'm sorry. Like I said, it's just
So
a
if
lot.
you want me to explain what's going on, we are in the middle of an investigation.
Well, I can sign it. I don't have an issue with that at all. Like I said, I just,
This is your own free will, and I'm not trying to force you to do anything.
I understand that, like I said, but I just also want you to know that. Are you gonna state what I say right here down?
Everything's being recorded.
Okay, cool. So then I can start from yesterday. I can start from last night then, huh? And then go today.
Or you can just keep talking over me, and we can go back and forth in
Okay,
circles.
let me just sign this real quick, and then let's go from there. How about that?
Okay,
Let's move forward
sure.
after I sign this.
Rather than addressing the assault, he repeatedly tried to redirect the conversation toward his belief that his girlfriend was cheating and demanded that she be criminally trespassed from his apartment.
Let's just say that she was texting me yesterday at work and texting me and texting me and texting me, and well, I work, I can't just be on my phone, I have a job that I need to take care of. So I'm there doing my work, and then she's making a point to call me. Why is she calling me while I'm at work, knowing that I'm at work? What is her reason for calling me?
Well, there's some argument or some allegations that you accused her of cheating.
Yeah, prior to that,
Okay.
like I said, there's just signs, I noticed signs. I've been through this before, like I just noticed signs.
So this happened prior to yesterday?
Yeah, this happened a while back, and I told her, hey, okay, whatever, maybe that's just me, maybe that's just something that I had to deal with from in the past. Yeah, or maybe she still is, or she is actually. Okay, so anyways, let's just keep going on from here. Okay, so then, I was already kind of already felt a certain type of way, because she went and picked me up for lunch, and we went and ate lunch, but like I felt a certain type of way right here, detective, and that's the only way I can explain it to you, like just our interactions at lunch, and then I'm sitting there, and she's just kind of like the only way I can show you is like just how she is, like, I'm just, hey, like, and then she's just kind of like sad already, like, just like this.
And this is all yesterday?
Yeah, this is yesterday at lunch. Okay, so she's like that already, and then I was like, hey, okay, well, I'll text you. I'm gonna go back into work. I love you. Bye. Like, I'll text you. Well, she doesn't tell me that she loves me, and she doesn't tell me bye or anything. Oh, okay. Well, I pay attention to detail.
He didn't talk about August 25. He talked about August 24.
Didn't want to leave.
She stayed the night at your
No,
place?
she didn't want to leave. The only reason that she
stayed
left.
the night at your house?
The only reason she left was because I had to tell her that I was going to call Central Dispatch and have a police officer over there do a civil standby to have her removed from my place.
Okay, so she
and
eventually left.
And then I made it a point to tell her that criminal trespass here. And then she was kind of like, oh, and then she just kind of like walked out of my apartment. And then she told me, because she had stuff that was mine. Oh, she makes it a point to get downstairs and, oh, well, aren't you going to come for your stuff? I'm not bringing it back up to you. She wants to tell me that. Okay, so then I go and get my stuff, but then I get to her car and she just rolls her window up in her car. And then she starts backing out. And well, you've already seen my spot where my car's parked, and she starts backing out like this, and then she starts driving towards me. And I stopped her because she, and I just turned my back towards her like that, and I sat on her car like that. And then she decided to gun it. And they kind of threw me back onto her hood of her car like that. And I grabbed this, and then when I grabbed it right there where the hood, the thing goes, then she gunned the car. She gunned the car through that cul-de-sac and started going down the road, and she gunned it and caught air on the thing, and I'm hanging on there like death proof on the car. And honestly, at that point, detective, I was already at the point to where, you know what, I had just my phone, I was wearing sweats, I didn't even have shoes on or anything because I wasn't expecting none of that to happen. But I was already to where I was just going to get myself and throw myself off of her car.
Did you call police?
No, I didn't call police. I didn't.
Was
But
there anybody outside that witnessed any of it?
that's what happened last night. And that's really why I want the criminal trespass on her there, because I don't want her showing up.
Gabriel directed the conversation to the night before, claiming his girlfriend had tried to hit him with her car. Detectives let him speak. They collected background, built a baseline, and then redirected him to the events that actually mattered. That was when the account shifted. Stay with us for more cases like this one, and make sure you're subscribed. Now, let's get back to the story.
So yeah, so then, you know, she's like that and whatever, and yeah, you know what? I was mad at her because yeah, she's obviously cheating, so whatever, you know? So yeah, then we're there on the couch and I was like, oh, so what? You're cheating on me? And I did. I went and got on top of her and I was like, what? You like it rough like that? And I put my hands on her. I never choked her or nothing like that. I never did, like, you know, I just put my hands in. And you know what? She was letting me. And she obviously liked it, you know? And she obviously was liking it.
So you were upset, you got on top of her and
yeah,
put your
I didn't
hands
do
around
anything
her
to
neck.
her like that. That's all I did. And then I started to unbutton her pants and I unzipped her pants. And then, well, like I said, I started pulling them off of her. And then when I got them off of her, she started letting me. Yeah. And I pulled her underwear off too. And I didn't physically do anything to her. I never penetrated her at all in any way.
Did you touch her down?
Maybe like that. That's it.
On the outside?
Yeah, my hands or my fingers never penetrated her body, detective.
Okay.
Okay?
So just so I'm clear, you were upset because she's cheating on you.
Well, why can't she just be honest with me?
Let me talk. Okay? I'm trying to understand it all.
Okay.
I'm doing my thing. I'm letting you talk. You gotta let me talk.
Okay.
So she goes back to your place today. She's upset with you,
But she doesn't tell me why.
but doesn't tell you why. You try to show her affection. She doesn't reciprocate. She eventually gets up off your couch and backs into a corner. You guys somehow end up back on your couch. You're now upset at her because she's cheating on you. And you're telling me you get on top of her and you put both hands on your neck, on her neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're telling me that she started to like it after a while. And then that led you to believe that you could take her pants off.
It's not that it led me to believe that.
So
like I said, she just liked
admitted
it
to
rough.
Okay.
I did. And if you really want to go more in depth with her, I didn't do anything physically with her, but I took her underwear off. Yes, I did. And the minute I took her underwear off, yeah, like I said, like I buy nice stuff, like, you know, but she wants to be cheating on me and doing what she's doing, but she wants to be wearing panties.
Gabriel admitted he lost control. Motivated by jealousy, he confessed on camera that he pinned the victim to the couch and placed both hands around her neck. Then he kept going.
We've been together for 3 months. I thought that this was the one. I'm not from this town. Like, you know, me and her were talking about having a baby together, and that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. Like, you know, I thought that she was the one. And then all of this today. So yeah, I did that. Panties and everything. I took them off of her. Yeah, because she pissed me off because I know she's cheating on me. So yeah, I did that, and I did. I took her panties off of her, and I threw them right there, and then I was like, all right, bye. And I got her shoes, and I threw her shoes out of the door. Well, wait, you know, let's rewind a little bit. After all that happened, and I did that to her, she got her pants, and she wrapped them around my neck, and she did, only way I can explain this is, like, she had me on the ground like this, and I'm not physically mean to her or anything, and she bit me, and she just got violent and irritated
Was
with
this
me.
before or after you put your hands around her neck?
This was after.
So you've already been on top of her.
Yeah, but like I said, she already liked that, you know? And then she let me do what I did to her, and she liked that,
Okay.
obviously.
And so
and then
you ripped her pants off of her.
I didn't rip her pants off.
Did she say take my pants off?
No, but she
Did
was
she
just,
ever tell you to stop?
No, she never did.
Okay, well she's saying other
Well, she never told me none of that. And like I said, I'm not that type of man to be like that. I was raised right to where you don't do that to women. I
Okay,
have
so you guys are
respect
in
for
this
women.
altercation. You have gone from being on top of her, putting your hands on her neck, to removing her pants and removing her underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And this continues. You never physically penetrated her body.
No, sir.
And then at some point she gets her pants around your neck.
She got her pants around my neck, and let's just say the way that she did it, like I said, I've only known her for 3 months, but how she wrapped her pants around my neck, I know that she must have taken some self-defense class. I'll tell you that.
What makes you think that?
Because just the way she was using her hands and how she was putting her hands, and I was trying to fight her off of me for a minute because she was
Where was this at?
there in the living room.
Were you still on the couch?
We were on the floor. It was on the floor, and like she was just on me. Like I said, she'd never been like that with me, and it was freaking me out because I've never seen her.
Gabriel's account extended beyond the assault. What he described to detectives on camera gave prosecutors the elements of a far more serious charge, one he had not anticipated when he walked into that room. He then went into the bedroom, retrieved a hammer, and returned to use it as a threat. He threw her clothing and belongings out of the apartment and forced her outside with nothing to cover herself. By the time he finished speaking, the elements of aggravated assault and physical battery were on record in his own words.
One call from her phone, and then it disconnects. And then there's a period of time, and then a call back. Did you take her phone from her when she tried to call 911?
Well, I already knew what she was doing, like I said. Why didn't she just leave? Why would she want to have this scuffle altercation with me and then for her to call 911?
So you knew she was calling 911?
She needs to just leave my place, like I said, and she didn't want to.
Yes or no? You knew
she called 911, but for what reason?
You guys just got into a physical.
Yeah, but I didn't want her there. I'm not beating her down or anything. Like I said, I wanted her gone, and she didn't want to leave.
Okay, and then she still had items, according to her, that were in your apartment, her glasses.
That's it. That's all she has.
And her underwear still.
I'm not giving her those back. I bought those for her. But she can have the glasses and her pen if that's what she really wants.
So those are the only 3 items that are still in your apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. But your only concern out of all of this is the fact that you just don't want her in your apartment because you think she's cheating on you?
I don't care anymore, detective. The fact that it's where it's at right now, I don't want anything to do with her anymore.
Okay.
Honestly.
Is there anything else that happened today that maybe I didn't ask you about or we didn't talk about today?
You know what? It's been such of a blur right now. Like I'm sure there is. Like, you know, and I'm trying to get it all out for you so that way you know my side of the story. And like, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but damn, like, you know, like, this is a whole 360 for me. I've never seen her act like this. Psychosis or something. Like I said, I had never seen her act like that. Never in the 3 months that we've been together. Never. I've met her dad. She's met my mom. I'm not from here. We've gone on little vacations, you know. Well, not vacations, but we go out of town. Like, you know, 3 months ain't a long time, but you know, I thought she was the one. Obviously, she's not. You know, and I don't want to be with somebody who is going to be in a relationship, but
Detectives turned to the 911 call. Gabriel confirmed he knew the victim was calling for help. He admitted he had intervened, taken the phone from her hand, and ended the call, explaining that he simply wanted her to leave. That explanation did not change what he had done. It only added to it.
We're going to have to take pictures.
well, you guys can take pictures, but let's just say
it's
that.
not up to you.
No, it is up to me
you-
because that's my stuff.
I'm
The
gonna
only
do-
stuff that she gave me was stuff for my birthday.
Dude, you just will not stop.
Well, I'm just being honest with you, detective. Like, she's
stop.
over here telling you.
I'm
lies.
just telling you that we have to document the search warrant, so we're going to take some pictures. But you're too busy talking over me to not even hear that.
No, I did hear that.
Okay?
What?
The 3 items that you mentioned belong to her, or that she mentioned belong to her, that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in taking pictures of a hammer. So that I'm going to
The
do.
hammer's mine, though.
I'm going to do my job.
I understand you do
Period.
your job.
Period.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen.
I understand that, but
What I'm going to tell you and if you let me talk again, if in the event that the door is locked, I don't want to break your door open.
mm-hmm.
Is there a combination that you'd be willing to give me?
I give it to him.
He has it
yes,
already?
and I hesitated because I wasn't too sure. Like I said, I
Okay,
don't want.
I'm not answering. Do you want to give it to me so that I know? Because he may not be at the search warrant, but I'll be there.
Well, I don't understand that. I mean, what? So what? You guys are
You're
still.
going to jail today for battering a household member at minimum. I'm going to continue my investigation. You may be looking at criminal contact or criminal penalty, which is a offense.
Really?
But I have to further my investigation and put all the pieces together. So as of today, which I already explained to you, there is probable cause to charge you with a misdemeanor. So you are going to jail for that.
For the misdemeanor?
Right now. And I'm going to continue my investigation, and there may be potential charges after this. Yes or no? I don't have that answer. I've got to do my job. And if there is, then we'll face that when that comes. If there's not further charges, then it'll just be the stuff that we have today, and that's it.
Okay.
But I still have to do my job.
And I understand that. And
Okay.
I'm sorry that it's just been a lot for me today. Like I said, I was explaining to him how you guys, can I tell you this whole situation right now, like on all of this? You know that back home,
Gabriel believed he was looking at a minor charge. What he didn't account for was that every admission had given prosecutors probable cause for something far more serious. Detectives secured a search warrant, documented the apartment, and recovered the hammer as physical evidence. Gabriel was formally arrested and charged with battery against a household member and criminal penetration. Trust no one completely, no matter how close they are, because anyone is capable of causing harm, especially those who cannot control their own anger. Always stay aware of your surroundings so you are in the best position to protect yourself. Every like and subscribe helps us bring more of these stories to the people who need to hear them. Stay with us. There's plenty more to come on Exposed Case.